Murder at Ocean View College, Chapter 19. Jade learns the truth. Jade sat up perfectly straight on the cafeteria chair and stared across the table. She heard the words, but they seemed to be coming from far away. "Hey, girl, you still with me?" Crystal asked again, sounding concerned. Jade could hear Crystal's voice, like it was speaking to her from the fog over the water. She shook herself awake and answered, "Yes, I'm here." "So, what are you going to do about it?" Crystal asked. "About what?" Jade's voice was soft. "Okay, let's try this again." Crystal started to talk, but Jade put up her hand to stop her. She spoke in a stronger voice. "No, stop. I've got it. You're right. I'm the one to handle this situation." She paused before continuing. "I will." Her voice began to pick up volume and speed, and she began to think out loud. She was perfectly calm as she started repeating the story that Crystal had just told her. "Okay, I want to be sure I've got this straight. Danny told you this. He said he went to the football game with Amber to pump her for information. He found out that Coach Kelly is buying tests for the players so they will pass their classes and still be able to play football, right?" Crystal only nodded, and Jade continued. "So Danny asked you to find out from Amber how this test stealing business works." She stopped again, and Crystal nodded again. "And you think I should go talk to Amber instead because Amber is trying to steal Danny away from me?" Jade pursed her lips and wrinkled her forehead. "I'm on it," Jade said abruptly. She straightened her uniform, lifted her head high, and tossed her long dark hair over her shoulder. She didn't even say goodbye, but left Crystal with their eyes wide and mouth hanging open. Jade marched out the door of the cafeteria like she was going to war. She walked fast and straight toward the duplicating office on the first floor of Peterson Hall. She felt her jaw get tight, and she squinted her eyes. The door of the duplicating office was open, and there was a long line of teachers waiting to use the machines or pick up orders placed earlier. Jade walked around the bodies in line, ignoring them. She walked straight to the front counter and stood right in front of Amber, who was just finishing delivering an order to a teacher's assistant. Jade stood still and placed her hands flat on the counter. She looked up into Amber's face. She figured Amber was about 3 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier, but she had the power of anger on her side. She looked into Amber's face, but could not tell what was there. Amber spoke first. "There is a line. If you want help, you will have to wait your turn." Then she turned away to invite another person to the counter for help. Jade noticed that she did not call her by name. She thought Amber was trying to avoid this conversation as long as possible. She must know what it is about. Jade lifted her hand like she was directing traffic. "Police business, Amber. I need to talk to you. Now." And she pointed her finger at Amber's chest. She watched Amber turn her eyes down to hide whatever feeling was inside. Jade waited. Amber ignored her and said to the next person in line, "Mr. Taylor, may I help you?" Jade did not notice the math teacher in line, but nodded at him and spoke. "Mr. Taylor, you will have to excuse us. I have some urgent police business with Amber, and she will not be able to assist you right now." Then she looked at Amber and spoke again. "Call Tiffany or whoever is in charge today. You are coming with me." Amber faced her defiantly. "I am not going anywhere with you. I'm working now." Jade decided not to argue with her, but opened the swinging door that led behind the counter. She walked to the offices and back, and poked her head in every doorway until she found somebody. It was Tiffany. "Hey, Tiffany, you're needed up front." Jade took a good look at Tiffany. She was wearing her black wool power suit with a red silk blouse. She was ready for business. "Well, I'm sorry, but I'm busy right now, Jade. Can't it wait?" Jade didn't hesitate. "No, it can't wait." Tiffany looked at Jade's face, got up slowly, and walked to the front counter. Jade followed, 2 steps behind her. When they reached the counter, she stepped behind Amber and put her hand on Amber's shoulder, as if they were longtime friends. "Come with me, Amber." Amber started to protest, but Jade grabbed her wrist and held it tightly. She pulled Amber out the door and into the hall, paying no attention to the crowd of people staring at the little police officer who looked like she was about to arrest